Hey, it's Susan. Welcome to 10-Minute Toolkit. Today, our activity on leadership and voting is going to be provided by a special guest. And so I'm going to turn it over to Paul and let him introduce himself and jump right in.
Cool. Thank you. Thanks for having me. My name is Paul Czakjak, and I am a children's book author. And because it's the voting season, I do have a book. It's called Monster Needs Your Vote. And there it is. Awesome. And when I do school visits, I love to do, especially when it comes to Monster Needs Your Vote, I love to do some activities with the kids, not just read the story, because you want to get the kids involved. So I'm going to explain two of the activities that can go along with the book. Sound good?
Perfect.
All right. So Monster Needs Your Vote, a lot of the real crux of the story has to do with wants and needs. Monster in the story, he first starts running on the things that he wants to do, or what he wants, and he finds out very quickly that what works is what the community needs. So we're going to figure out what you guys want, or what you consider a want is, and what a need is. So I'm going to name a couple of things, and then you're going to vote on them, and we'll do each individually. So first one, let's see, is, some may think this is a need, but I'm going to say ice cream. So you're going to vote on whether or not it is a want or a need.
And we're voting by casting it in the chat?
In the chat, please. So perfect for virtual learning. Let's see, can I look at the chat? Where is the chat?
So I see we all think it's want, and Jackie wants it right now. I hear you.
Yes, I think I would agree that is a 3 votes for want. Ice cream is definitely a nice want. So yes, we'll chalk that one up for a want. Now I'm going to give you a tricky one. All right, because this actually, when we first came up with this, I think this kind of changed from a, but I'm going to let you guys decide. I'm going to say a cell phone or a smartphone. Do you think that is a want, or do you think that is a need? Let's see.
So need, and situationally could be a need.
Yep. So I would
that.
agree. I think nowadays, because of the way technology has changed, a cell phone is now more of a need, because I'm sure all of us on here grew up with a hardline phone at some point in time. So the cell phone was more of a want, but now it's changed to a need. So sometimes these are things that kids can learn. What used to be a want eventually turns into a need. Do you want to do one more, or do you want to go on to the next one?
Do one more, just
okay.
Because there's 3 of us here.
All right. My own bedroom. Tricky. Want or need?
Did you vote, Jackie? I see a couple of needs.
2 needs. Anybody else? We're missing on one person. They still thinking? Oh, it's above.
Oh, I saw that situationally and thought it was the same response.
Yeah, so did I.
Could be a
want or a need.
Yeah.
Again, I think it depends on the person. I don't think there are any really right or wrong answers for any of these things. That's what I like this little exercise, because it can be different. Some kids could think they need their own bedroom, whereas other people, I shared a bedroom with my brother for a long time. So, all right. So we'll do the next one. All right.
This is a great way to prompt discussion, and I love that you're doing it with young ages, and I know you do it at older ages too, but great way to just get things going. Exactly.
Granted, I usually visit schools that are between kindergarten and up to 4th grade when it comes to picture books. Writing workshops, I can go up earlier, but usually I don't hit the older grades, but it doesn't mean they can't do these same exercises, older grades, all the way up into middle school and possibly even high school, because wants and needs change, but they're still there no matter how old you are.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So the next one that I love doing, I did this one a couple of times, and I usually end my school visits with them. And I bring 2 bags. I'm going to move the chat over real fast just so I can see it. So I can make sure I have bag A and I have bag B, or bag A and bag B. And I say, and I ask the kids, okay, with a raise of hands, I want you all to vote. Who wants bag A? And then they'll vote. And then who wants bag B? And then they vote. And a lot of the times they end up taking bag B. I always keep it the same just so I know. They always end up getting bag B. And what happens is, before I open up the bags, I tell them, do you know you just voted on something that you have no idea what you just voted on? So there could be a giant rock in this bag, and there could be something really cool in this bag, and you have no idea. You have no idea what you're voting for. So if you wanted to know something about what you're voting for, what would you ask? And then what would you guys ask? What if you were in that state, what would you guys ask? Anybody? If you could ask a question.
What's in the bag?
What's in the bag?
What are we getting?
What's in the bag? Let's find out. Well, in bag A, you've got little monster trading cards that everyone could get if you voted for bag A. But because you voted for bag B, you got a rock.
A Charlie Brown rock.
I love rocks.
You
and
voted
it's a
for a
beautiful
rock.
shade of blue.
So then, of course, I say, who wants to vote again now that you have the information? And they vote again. And I usually hand out the cards. There's always that one kid who'd rather have the rock, but.
I'm not kidding, sorry. No, your cards are great.
Right.
Which ones did you guys vote for in your head?
B. Because of the blue.
Because of the blue, exactly. And it feels heavy. Looks like it's substantial.
Oh. See, it was all about the blue for me. I didn't even notice the substance. Look, that's the point.
I didn't like the color blue, so I said A.
That's funny.
What were you going to say, Gary?
I was going to say, just because I think, like Jackie, it was just the color blue. It was different. It stood out to me compared to the white. So.
Yeah. I do that purposely.
Yeah.
No.
It looks newer too. It's, the other bag is kind of raggedy. So I do set them up for a little failure.
But again, that's something adults still need to figure out. Do you really know the candidate that you're voting for? Have you done your homework to see what's inside and who they are and what they're about?
Or are you just going for the outside, what they look like? I mean, it's, do your research. That's all that is.
Well, those are great. So, because you have this, Monster needs your vote. Don't forget that Monster needs you to subscribe, or share this channel with others so that they can get these great tips and tricks we're learning from each other. And Paul, just tell people where to find you in case they want to have you do something with their schools, because I know you do have a lot of activities. So where do they find you?
Sure. So I have a website, paulsajak.com. And all my information is on the website. Even there's a school visit button you can click on and find out what I do. And now, because I really can't visit schools personally in this time, I do virtual, I'll do Zoom calls and stuff like that, and do reads and answer questions and all sorts of things.
So would you spell your name aloud for people so that?
Absolutely. I even will hold up the book so they can see it. It is Paulczajak.
And I will also put a link to your website in the description for this.
Oh, perfect. Excellent.
So,
it's not the greatest website. I am not a webmaster. I write books. I don't create websites. So
we get it. It's all about getting the tools. So thank you for joining us and giving us a couple of really fun activities based on your work. And thank you guys for helping us demonstrate how this works.
Good to
Awesome.
see y'all. Thanks.
Excellent. Thank you very much for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh, absolutely.